Hi all, here I am back again for part 2 of the desert themed cards. Now this time we're going to be using this background that I've already done, and this is just like I did in the first video. And actually this is the first one where I was trying out to see if the colors were going to work, and I liked it a lot. So I want to make this one into a card, and I'm going to use this stamp set. This is a stamp set I found on Amazon because there really aren't a lot of desert and cactus, sets floating around. So I bought this to see if it was going to work, and we're going to make a card here today. We're going to see how the inexpensive stamps on Amazon, see how they actually do stamp. All right, so this card, like I said, we're going to be using the background that I had made, and look at the other video that I made where you can see how I made this one. And this is going to be a 5x7, so this is going to be up here, and I trimmed this down 1/8 of an inch just to give it a teeny tiny little border all the way around. So instead of it being 5x7, it's 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. So that's that. And now I have a piece of paper. I have this print one is 5 by 1 3/4, and this black one is 5 by 1 7/8, which will, when you line it up like this, it's going to give you a nice little border around here. And what I'm thinking is this will be on here, and this may or may not be on foam. We'll see. So I'm going to put this across here, and I'm going to stamp one of the cactus pots that's on here. So this set, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pots and 3, 6, 9, 12 cactuses you can put on top. So if you didn't want to use the pots, you could draw a line and make them look like they're all on the ground. But I'm going to go ahead and use the pots for this. And I'll show you how, if it's 2 separate stamps, you'll put it together like we did in the last video. And on top, because these are kind of small, I think, for this card, I'm going to use something I had in my stash that says, "Thank you, friend." And I think this is going to go over here. And I think I want to use this flat pot here, maybe the round one. Maybe we'll use the round one. And I want to use one of the ones with the flower on it. I like this one, it has a great big flower on it. So I'm thinking something along this lines. I think that's what we're going to do. So let me get my stamping platform and we'll get started. All right, so special friend, thank you friend, is going to be over here. And then we will put the pot over here. And then for sizing, I will place this on top to make sure we have enough room. And we do. All right, so let's move that out of the way. Put that over here for now. And we'll hold this down like that. And I think for this, instead of using black, I think I'm going to use brown for something a little different. We don't always have to use black. Yeah, so I have this very dark brown. It's called, what color is it? It is Chocolate Truffle. And it's album ink, like the black one that you'll see me use a lot. But this one's brown. So I'm going to stamp this up and move this over so you can see what I'm doing. All right, now these are kind of soft stamps. These were the ones I got on Amazon that were rather inexpensive. I think they were $7 a set. But they are very soft, so we don't want to press too hard. Let's see. Just a spot there. Well, that stamped pretty good. So let's stamp it again. All right, that looks good. All right, so now we'll take this off and that off. And we'll take our little plant. And now we'll want to line this up. You want to make sure it doesn't look like it's floating, so I'm going to need to stick my head in here. completely trust that, so let's check it. We'll stamp on the acetate first. Oh, that looks really good. All right. Move that out of the way. That one down here. And we will stamp. That looks good. Okay. You're done. All right, now for coloring, I grabbed some colors that I thought would go well with what I had already inked here. So let's go with the red flower. Now I'm going to take the green that I'm going to use for the cactus. I'm going to go over the middle to make it brown. Now I'm going to go over the lines in the cactus first, so they will be darker. Go along the edge, across the bottom here. There's a little flicky motion here. There we go. So in the pot, I'm going to make the pot blue. That will have a little bit of a highlight there in the middle. And I think I want to use this W3, color this in here. All right, there we go. So now, kind of like I did with the other one, that looks kind of stark. So I want to take my brown blending brush, and I'm not going to add any more ink to this, but I am going to go around. I'm just using the ink that is left on there. I'll go darker in the corners. Along the bottom, across the top. Yeah. I think that looks a lot better when you're doing something desert. I think the brown looks a lot better. All right, so let's go ahead and glue all this together. So this is going to be lined up even on this side. Like that. And it looks like I need to trim it a little bit here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there's just a little bit, but a little bit hanging off here. So let me trim that off. There we go. There we go. There's that. Let's glue this on. Now this is only 1/8 of an inch smaller than the 5x7 card base. So it's just going to have a teeny tiny little frame around it. Put that in here. Now to decide if we want this flat on the card or if this needs to be in a little bit of foam. I think I'm going to put on a little bit of foam. Go. Yeah, I think that's better. And we'll line it up right with the edge here. And about here. There we are. All right, so this one's a little different. This one has all the background here. And this would work with printed paper. And then you put the small, banner here on the top. Like that. All right, so there's that one. So what do we want to put on the inside? Thank you, friend. Let me go grab something for the inside. All right, so I think I'm going to use this Pink and Main one that says, when I count my blessings, I count you twice. That's always nice. Because this whole thing is thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. I appreciate you more than you know. You've always been there for me. For your generosity, from the bottom of my heart, you mean so much to me. Maybe I'll put appreciate you more than you know. I'll put that one in the inside. All right, bring this back in. I think just like with the other one, I want to do a little bit of a border on here. So let me grab some paper. All right, so I cut this piece of paper 1 3/4 by 3. And I have my sentiment says, I appreciate you more than you know. So that's going to go in the middle. I'm just going to put that in the middle here. And let's just stamp that real quick. We'll grab my, actually we did brown on the outside, so let me do brown on the inside. So it all matches. Now this one is a photopolymer one, so you don't have to be so careful with it. There we go. And this one is 1/4 inch bigger. So this one will then be, so this is 2 by 3 1/4. Let's bring in the front. So now that, to keep these two matching, I am going to take my brown again. And once again, this is just kind of what's left on here. And we'll leave the middle white. And then this will go on here. And I will put this in the middle. But I do like with the desert scenes to have that little bit of brown on there. I think it just kind of goes with it. So there we go. I will say that if you want to do something desert with sand, this color here is Sandy Beach by Gina K. This color absolutely looks like sand. So if you're looking for something that is sand, when this dries, it is absolutely like the sand outside my house. So this is absolutely a great color. Gina K Premium Dye Ink Sandy Beach. That is definitely a good one. I ended up not using sand in this. But yeah, but if you want sand, desert sand, that's a good one. All right, so that's our finished card. So let me turn the camera around. All right, so here's the card we ended up with today. Thank you, friend. And on the inside, I appreciate you more than you'll know. Just a little matte layer on the inside. And this is the card from the first video for the desert cards. And yeah, this is really all the desert scenes that I had. So now I'm going to be looking when I'm out and about and I'm looking for more stamps. I definitely will be looking for more cactuses and deserts. So I hope this was helpful with what to do with the stamps you have that are desert. And until next time, stay crafty.